Hey guys, Zect here and welcome my future Dosa enjoyers. Today I brought you the newest class from Black Desert, Dosa, as it's currently playable on the Global Labs test server. As a note, I'm playing on the console UI on Global Labs, so everything you see was played and is possible within controller. We will go over all his skills, his kit in general, and also some combos today. For the console people, please note that this class is already out with the new DR changes and hit changes, so damage numbers, accuracy values and hit counters will not match with the current console system. It's still unclear when we will get this, so you don't get distracted by the numbers of the skills. So let's start with one of the most popular questions, DR or evasion? Dosa is a DR class with magic damage. There's little questioning about this looking at his kit, and has a 10 AP and 100 stamina normal passive and 5 AP and 2.5% crit damage as a succession passive. Moreover, he has a 8% ignore resistance passive, what is always nice to have. So without further ado, let's jump right into his skills. Starting with his unique succession passive, Dosa gets an all AP and crit rate buff if you use the last hit of the listed skills. With every last hit of a new ability, this buff levels up and becomes stronger in crit rate and duration. The all AP value stays the same. Since Dosa has a lot of skills without good crit values, maintaining this buff is important and can guarantee you a 100% or close to 100% crit rate on a lot of his skills. Moreover, you need the buff for a lot of his skills to inflict DP debuffs with different durations depending on the level of your fog passive. We will skip his auto attack, and the first ability, Cloud Veil, is a close range frontal guard skill with a minus 20 DP debuff on it and decent damage. It can be used on cooldown and will probably be used in combos or PvE. In the next section we will go over his so-called flow skills that are all similar in purpose but offer different playstyles, damage and protection, and are useful as filler damage in combos or in PvE. The first skill, Downpour, is the foundation of the flow skills and has the ability to reset the cooldown timer of the other flow skills. The skill itself is a fast, unsafe, close range attack with a low cooldown. The first flow skill we are looking at is Blinding Slash and its chain Shade Slash. The skill offers good damage, super armor and an all DP debuff. Moreover, if you use the chain Shade Slash, you will be teleported behind your target, what can get in handy in a lot of situations. The next flow skill is Rising Slash and its chain Ricochet. They also offer good damage, a DP debuff for Rising Slash. Both have frontal guard, and this skill has a shorter animation than the other flow skills. The last flow skill is Twin Slash and its chain Final Slash. They both offer decent damage, a DP debuff, and have the longest animation, but from what I could test in PvE, the best damage output. Though this has to be seen when the class actually comes live. The flow skills are special since you can use Downpour to reset the cooldowns and chain them all together with one another. That can create an infinite loop. In general, are all the flow skills also usable after most engages and CC abilities, what makes them great as filler damage for combos or on PvE. The next skill in this kit is the first with some movement in it. Fog Cleave and its flow ability Oblique Cleave. While Fog Cleave follows the pattern we already seen with decent damage, frontal guard and a DP debuff, its Flow Oblique Cleave is a forward-moving super armor that is also usable after a variety of skills to stay safe and gain distance. Coming now to our Engage and Disengage skill, Deep Haze, a forward-moving skill with super armor on the movement and unsafe on the hit, offers a knockback CC with a KD on its flow ability Fog Scatter. As a bonus, Deep Haze also offers an all DP buff plus 20 for 10 seconds. Our next ability, Cloud Shield, is a back moving and forward moving skill with an iframe when concealed and super armor on the re-engage. You can also turn this skill to move in different directions rather than re-engage with it. This skill also has a Fog Warrior effect for extra damage. The last skill in this section is Cloud's Fire, that also offers a great disengage for gaining distance while in super armor, while also applying a minus 40% movement speed debuff to the enemy. It also has the Fog Warrior effect for extra damage. Its flow skill Würgerschaft, on the other hand, is one of the best engage skills in the kit, since it offers a fast forward moving iframe into super armor, knockdown while decent damage and 6-second cooldown. Würgerschaft can also be used after other skills, your normal iframe movement, for example. In the next section we are looking at our follow-up CC skills. Blade Walls offers a semi-safe CC or re-CC with a super armor on the first and third hit and an unsafe second hit with a floating CC. Fog Bloom, on the other hand, offers an unsafe knockdown CC with good damage and an all evasion debuff minus 6% for 10 seconds. If you chain Fog Bloom into Blade Walls, you can cancel the first hit of Blade Walls and move directly into the floating CC. This is a great re-CC option since it offers a knockdown into float in case your opponent is resisting the KD. Those two skills will most likely be our go-to re-CC options for PvP, especially in 1v1s or spot fights. Now we are finally arriving at our hard-hitting skills. Those skills offer all good damage and have a unique effect. As soon as you use any of the skills we will go over now, you will get a 5-second movement and attack speed debuff immunity. This is one of the best mechanics in this whole kit. Moreover, 4 out of the 5 skills we will go over now have a built-in iframe movement on it. This iframe movement does not affect the cooldown of your normal iframe. You charge up the skill iframe and unleash it afterwards. You can imagine that a bit like Sucksage with his abilities that he charges before he goes into Rift Chain and unleashes them afterwards. The first ability is Spring Frost with good damage, 100% crit rate, a frontal guard, iframe on the movement part and a strong pain damage dot that lasts for 6 seconds. Our next skill, Summer Breeze, is the only skill that doesn't offer a built-in iframe. However, this is also one of the best skills for PvP since it has a protected AoE knockdown CC while having a high damage output. Autumnal Blitz, the next hard hitter, has good damage, huge AP on hit and offers an unsafe AoE knockdown with a frontal guard for the charge up animation. Like the others, you can also charge iframe and unleash the skill while you are repositioning for the hit itself. Winter Squall, our next skill, offers good mid-ranged frontal guard damage with huge MP recovery. This skill also has the Fog Warrior effect for extra damage. Our last skill, Taeguk, offers good damage and both HP and MP recovery, while also having the built-in iframe cancel. Before we go to the movement skills, we quickly go over his E buff and the skill Cloud General. Cloud General is a super armored attack that will send a fog warrior to the enemy and inflict a knockback CC. You need to aim for the target though. The E buff offers an all accuracy buff 20%, all DP buff 20% and all special attack damage 15% for 30 seconds. Moreover, your fog passive will be at level 4 instantly, and the skill Cloud General will spawn additional fog warriors that attack and CC your enemy. For the movement skills, we start with his long range movement skill Cloud Step. Cloud Step is a super armor and iframe in PvE and can be used with a direct input or jumping and pressing one button. His two iframes Stratus Shift and Cloud Drift are low cooldown iframe movement skills that can be chained together. While Stratus Shift can be used in any direction, its flow Cloud Drift can only be used to the left and right. The second flow of Stratus Shift is Vellum Slash, that offers a fast forward moving iframe with an unsafe knockback CC on the hit. Our last two skills are Wind Shear and Area Piercer, and are unique to the Dosa class. As soon as you activate Wind Shear, Dosa will do a short frontal guard attack. As soon as something hits you while this attack is going on, you will gain super armor and a 99% damage reduction in that super armor. The super armor doesn't last long, but it seems to also work on cooldown. On top of that, you get 1000 HP back and inflict a 30% guard gauge onto the enemy. These effects don't work on cooldown though. Its flow skill Area Piercer can be activated after a successful block and offers good damage, a movement speed debuff, super armor and a 50% damage reduction effect during this super armor. Since we've covered all his skills now, we will now come to the combo section. For the combo section, I prepared one basic combo for you guys, so you can see how he operates. With that being said, let's have a look and then break it down afterwards. We start with the iframe Stratus Shift into Vigra Shaft for the protected knockdown CC. After that we add filler damage from the flow skills with Twin Slash and Final Slash. To then move into our Fog Bloom Blade Walls knockdown CC and floating CC combo cancel we learned earlier. To then cancel that with Summer Breeze and cancel again with Taeguk for hard hitting damage. To finish everything up while the enemy is standing up, we add in Cloud's Fire for some finishing damage, the 40% movement speed debuff and to get some distance again. So to summarize everything, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I can't wait for the class to come live. I already enjoyed my time with him on Global Labs a shit ton, and it's probably a class I could see myself hard rolling to. In the future I will definitely make more Dosa videos. We will probably also see some changes to his kit when he comes live, so stay tuned, leave a like and a sub to see more Dosa content in the future. With that being said guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.
Hey.